Free to be you and me. How you doing? I am back with a new series of comic reviews, the Comic Reviews of Fate. And they're brought to you by my comic book series, The Red Knight. I self-publish. This issue is done by Shiloh Penfield. She's amazing. You should buy it. Also, the books The Ends and Dogs and Sailors, as well as Legend of Willpower, are also available on the primalpapercomics.com website. We're all available for print and digital download, just 99 cents. And you can check out independent books created by the actual people who make the books. Check it out. Now, I have a lot of comics here because I've been a little lazy of late, and I just kind of got it out of control. I mean, look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is a fucking Stephen King novel I'm holding right here. Some of these I am going to go through a little quickly. Some I will pay attention to a little bit more. I hope you don't mind for an extra long episode of Comic Reviews of Fate. Oh, how many books do I have here? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Jesus. This is partly due to Marvel's new initiative of putting out 27 books of Avengers in 1 week. So, hey, thanks, Marvel. And thanks for making them all good, too. Thanks a lot. Let's start with Daredevil, issue 24 by Mark Waid and Chris Neat. And wow, I love this cover, by the way. It's just such a simple, beautiful, awesome cover. And I don't know what's going on. Has the Daily Bugle changed its name to the Revealer? I have been reading Spider-Man, so I don't know what that's about. So I'm a little out of the loop on that. If you don't mind, if anybody has any ideas, please throw in a comment. I'd like to hear it. Okay. Hey, someone's fucking around with Daredevil. Someone's been kind of messing around with his life. And someone is in a tomb or something. It's kind of creepy. But outside of that, Matt Murdock is sitting by Foggy's bedside. He is currently getting cancer treatment. But man, crime still gets in his way, as usual. Trying to still solve crimes. Foggy tells him, you know what, go, you know, I'm fine. You know, I'm not dying yet. Just go. And so he goes to try and see, let's see, McDuffie, Kristen McDuffie, who he may or may not have a relationship with. My favorite line is when he is on the sort of like, you know, the fake rock climbing hill thing, and one of the staff goes, "Hey, you're not allowed to climb without safety harness. Don't you read the rules?" And he says, "I'm blind. No worries. Get down from there." This is the best book ever. I mean, but at this point, Kristen says, "Hey, you know what? I don't want to be Daredevil's girlfriend. I kind of like my own career. So, hey, it's cool. See you later." And Matt takes that and goes, "Wow, I think I'm really in love with her." Man, you will never learn. Anyway. Nice use of Hank Pym here. I like the way his powers are kind of like used in like everyday situations, and how that would affect a simple telephone call. Hey, those guys mucking around with that toxin that turned Matt Murdock into Daredevil are still screwing around. This time, they infected dogs with them and mailed them to his office. Holy shit, that was kind of a scary incident. He and Giant Man, Hank Pym, Ant-Man, or whatever the fuck Hank Pym calls himself, are able to solve the problem. But one of those guys who was experimented on comes to Matt. We may be getting to the bottom of whoever is doing this to Matt. Very, very cool stuff. Check out this book. I just recently heard that this isn't in the top 20. Like, what kind of crap is this? This is one of the best books out there. Buy this book. Another book that I think is awesome from Marvel, Captain Marvel. This is issue 11 by Kelly Sue DeConnick, and let's see, Philippe Andre doing the art. Now, Speaking of sick, everyone's sick now all of a sudden. But Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, has some kind of mysterious lesion in her brain, and it gets worse when she flies. It just aggravates it, and it just gets it further into her brain and could actually kill her. So obviously she's going to fly to fight Deathbird in the last issue. It almost kills her, and she wakes up in the hospital. But hey, you know that Deathbird might not be Deathbird, so somebody's been hiring an imposter to screw with her. She and Dakota North. Yeah, Dakota North. I really like that character. Marvel, give her a book or something. Or maybe put her in Fearless Defenders. I don't care. Just use her. Cool action sequence, because Carol can use her other powers. She can blast, she can throw energy blasts, she's still super strong. Just the flying is really, really inconvenient. Now, but she does realize, hey, she can still jump, you know, like the Hulk. So, but of course, all this shit she does, she is basically getting thrown out of her apartment. Somebody has like filed a complaint about her. But you know what? I can't. I mean, the guy's a dick, by the way. But you know what? He kind of has a point. I mean, people try to kill superheroes every day, and they don't give a shit what buildings they blow up. So, you know, yeah, he's an asshole, but I kind of can't disagree with him too much. Which, of course, makes everything really, really awkward for her. And, of course, she has someone out to kill her, too. Probably not the same guy trying to kill Daredevil. Probably, that would be a weird coincidence. Although all these people piss off usually the same amount of people, I mean, that probably wouldn't be too crazy. If you haven't been reading this book, I really do recommend it. Now, some people are kind of like, I have to say, put off by the art style. The art style I like. I think it's really inventive and interesting to look at. I do agree, maybe it might not be the first choice for an A-list superhero kind of title, but I think once you get into it, it really does kind of wash over you. I really enjoy a lot of the perspective shots. I think it's just one of those titles. It's just one of those artists that the more you read his stuff, the more you look at his stuff, the more interesting it gets, the more you get into it. So I do understand if you thumb through it or put off, pick up a couple of issues and see where it goes from there. I mean, it's definitely worth your look-see. Anyway, I'm going to give this 5 Ram Chips. I don't remember giving Ram Chips to Daredevil. That's 5 Ram Chips as well. And I am picking up Fearless Defenders. This is issue 2, and I dig this fucking book. This is Colin Bunn and Will Sniley. We open up, we're still, actually, Colin Bunn is still kind of putting this book together. I mean, it's not one of those books that's all together in the first issue, and then we go from there. Let's see, Moonstar, Danny Moonstar, is apparently a mutant and a former Valkyrie. And she's been captured by people who want to make her a Valkyrie again. So I'm sure with what's going on with Misty Knight and Valkyrie right here, we're probably going to see her very, very soon attacking them. Anyway, they're on their quest. And let's see, which takes them to Asgardia. And the All-Mother, I don't want to really give too much away, but Hela shows up. Hela's been getting a lot of play, maybe because of Thor. We're seeing more Hela and some of the other characters. And I don't know, maybe I shouldn't give this away, but we are introduced to Hippolyta. But wait, isn't she turned to clay or something over in Paradise Island? No, this is Marvel. This is a neat thing about mythic figures. No copyright laws. You can do whatever, as long as they're not too much like someone else's version. Just run with it. And that's her. This is Hippolyta, Wonder Woman's mom in another universe. And she goes by the name, her code name is Warrior Woman. And the first thing it says is she hates to be called Warrior Woman. That's hilarious. Now, of course, as you know, I'm very disgusted and dismayed and saddened over what's been going on in Wonder Woman. And one of the things is the fact that Hippolyta, have to excuse me, I live next to a fucking fire station, hospital, police station, all in one building, so every so often there's a fucking siren. And apparently my street is a shortcut, so whoop-dee! Actually, I think it's worse in the afternoons. Isn't it worse in the afternoons, Lindsay?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, in the afternoon. I don't even like to do videos anymore in the afternoon because it's like, well, okay, let me do this video in 2 minutes, so that's all I have before the sirens start again. Anyway, what am I talking about? Hippolyta? I'm really dismayed to see what's happened to her over in the DC books. It's like, I hate that they've like changed the origin of Wonder Woman to like a demigod daughter, love child of her and Zeus, which I think is incredibly unimaginative. And oh, she's been turned into a clay statue. Irony! Well, fuck that shit. I'm reading Hippolyta over here in Fearless Defenders. And I encourage you to read it. This is also... I'm going to give it a very strong 4 Ram Chips. I'm not all the way into 5 Ram Chip territory just yet, but I'm digging the hell out of this book. The dialogue is really great. I love Misty Knight, and the covers are a lot of fun so far. It's definitely worth your time. Okay, now we're into 5 Ram Chip territory, motherfucker. This is fucking Hawkeye. Matt Fraction, David Aja. Hey, what does Hawkeye do when he's not busy being Hawkeye? Well, he's getting in trouble with the Russian tracksuit mob. Penny, of course, is back, and she brings nothing but trouble. Also, we see the women in Hawkeye's life. This is the first issue to really acknowledge the fact that he has an on-again... Well, actually, he has a relationship with Spider-Woman currently in the Avengers books, and this is the first issue to really kind of mention that, even though he slept with Penny a couple issues ago. As far as he's concerned, it's not that serious a relationship, so that's just kind of how he's been going about it. I don't know if he's mentioned to Spider-Woman that he slept with other people. I'm sure he has. That's totally Clint. But what's interesting is not only do we have the, as usual, awesome David Anja artwork, we have these chapter headings, which is by another artist, actually. Hold on. Annie Wu doing the sort of old school kind of romance comic covers as the chapter headings. And they actually kind of figure into the plot that, you know, she has these old school comics, and they're supposed to be in a certain order, and they lead, well, you'll see. Anyway, the Tracksuit Mafia is really sick of Hawkeye shit, and of course they meet with the big criminal big guns of the Marvel U. So, yeah, Clint's gotten into a lot of trouble here. We'll see what happens next. This is 5 Ram Chips. Brilliant in its simplicity. I love it. Check it out. Now, we got some Avengers stuff here. Here's issues 7 and 8. Yeah, I don't review comics for, what, 3 weeks, and they got fucking all this stuff. Let's just say Starbrand from the New Universe. Hey, you remember that? Kids from the 80s? The New Universe? Warren Ellis did try to do a reboot of it in the, God, like early 2000s, late 90s or something like that. It was Marvel's attempt at doing something different outside of the Marvel Universe, but now it's blended in, and Jonathan Hickman and artist Dustin Weaver are bringing in. The New Universe started with this cosmic event called the White Event, which brings forth this cosmic power into a chosen one, who is the Starbrand, and he shows up in this book. Tony Stark and let's see, Night Mask and Captain Universe are really scared because there's something happening. And what's so clever about this issue is we're given possible candidates over, oh, who might this be? And the way it comes together is a great little, you know, kind of twist, by the way. And we're greeted to that guy here. This is just great. You know, I'm not even going to talk too much about this. I really dug this. I'm only familiar with the New Universe as concept. I never did read them. Actually, when they really took off in the 80s. I was actually not reading comics at the time. I only knew of them. So it's kind of fun getting into it right here. You definitely get a sense that Hickman has something big in mind, and it seems to be coming together a really interesting way. Both of these issues are 5-gram chips. I really enjoyed them a lot. And hey, there's another Avengers book called Avengers Assembled by Kelly Sue DeConnick, and the art here is done by Pete Woods and Mark Bagley. Hey, Mark Bagley! This is the second part of the Black Widow story, where, let's see, what was the title of this story? Was it one of these things that has the title at the end? I hate that! Blah, 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 blah. Well, it's the Black Widow story. Anyway, long story short, she's trying to make amends for a number of people she's totally dicked over during her time with the KGB for decades. And one of those chips gets called in, and she goes to help, and she, Hawkeye, and Spider-Man, she, Hawkeye, and Spider-Woman end up underneath a city trapped by lizard people. That's what you get for trying to, make amends. Anyway, she's basically trying to make things cool between her and the daughter of a scientist she killed, who was in the process of creating a serum to make lizard people. Oh, well, gee, I guess that didn't get stopped or something. Anyway, there's a lot of really good drama here, and a lot of good character stuff, and you get to see the Black Widow turn into a lizard monster. The addiction to becoming a lizard person is almost done very subtly as drug addiction, actually, which is interesting. I never tire of seeing Black Widow. I wish she had, I don't know, it would have been neat to see her get a book over the last year. I'm not sure why she is bookless, but right now she is. This is probably a really good start, really good place to check it out. If you really dig Black Widow, this two-parter is a good one, issue 12, and this is issue 13. I'm your boyfriend now. I'm going to give that strong 4 RAM chips. Enjoyed the whole story. And also, now, finally through the Marvel books. Issues 2 and 3 of Uncanny XMen. And I'm just starting to get back into X-Men after not being into X-Men since like 93 or something like that. I did check out X-Men here and there over the years. But Brian Michael Bendis, Chris Picciolo, the new X-Men book, the upcoming X-Men book with Storm leading. Okay, you got me. I'm not made of wood. I'll be picking these books up. Very briefly, Brian Michael Bendis and Chris Picciolo exploring what is going on between Scott and Emma during this relationship. Everybody's kind of trying to figure out who to trust who, all the while Scott is trying to get a new team together of mutant teens with quirky powers, like, this poor fat guy who only can make gold balls show up. Don't call him Gold Ball. He's really terrified that that's going to be his code name. It will be, because it has been said out loud. We're still actually learning about all these superpowers. Then we have the young girl. They take her back, Ava, to visit her mom in Australia, and that's when the Avengers show up at the end of this issue. And half of this issue, in issue 3, is the Avengers arguing with Scott about who did what during the events of Avengers versus X-Men. And you know what? This is one of the things I love so much about Brian Michael Bendis is he makes an argument just as compelling as any fight sequence I've ever seen. And he can carry it from page to page to page, and wow, how awesome is that? Anyway, it's going to start into a fight when Ava actually demonstrates her power, which I think is mentioned in issue 1 but isn't really shown, where she can freeze individuals in time, where leaving we're leaving other people out, and that's what she does to the Avengers while they escape. And then, if that's not enough, Scott comes back and confronts Magneto, where Magneto tells him, "Oh, hey, I told S.H.I.E.L.D. about your weaknesses and what you're doing." And he explains to him that he is pulling a fast one on S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know who to trust, frankly. I mean, Magneto is about as trustworthy as, Glenn Beck, for God's sakes. So who knows what he has. The end of this issue 3, Scott takes the gang to the Jean Grey School for Higher Learning, Wolverine's mutant school, and he wants to induct people. Now, I haven't read the newest New X-Men book, but that issue ends in the exact same spot. So, where are we going with this? I don't care. I just know I'm really excited about it. Issues 2 and 3 get 5 RAM chips from me. I can't believe I'm reading X-Men and this excited about it. Alright, now, speaking of another book I'm super excited about, Saga! And it's issue 11 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, and, I just realized the advantages of dating aliens with horns on their heads. They make great handles when you're fucking them. As usual, this series is narrated by their daughter in the future, and the way the layers of this story come together are just wonderful. This is when apparently they can conceive her, and the Will saves Lion Cat. Maybe I shouldn't spoil that. I don't like to spoil too much in this book because I love it so much. But I gotta tell you, I was really, I felt my heart kind of, stop for a second when Lion Cat on the last page of this previous issue, looked like it was dead. Just oh, great. He loses the stalk, now he loses the Lion Cat, Jesus Christ. But I do wonder if losing the stalk just really got into him. He jumps into fucking space to get Lion Cat. And I'm thinking, after losing the stalk, there's no fucking way he's losing Lion Cat right now. What a cool sequence. I find the Will a fascinating character, actually. And, there isn't a real evil antagonist in this series. It does have its antagonists with Prince Robot and the Will, but they're not villains. They're not dark side kind of guys. They're not jokers. They're guys with their own motivations. And if you followed them, if you followed the Will in this series instead of Alana, you'd be rooting for this guy to get the job done. Anyway, I'm not going to say there is a character that does pass away, and I got to say, I actually choked up quite a bit when I was reading this book. This is magnificent. This is fantastic storytelling. This is what comics are about. This is one of those books. It's more than Star Wars with swearing and tits, but it has those too. I don't know where Brian K. Vaughan is going with this book, much like I was thinking about with Brian Michael Bendis with X-Men, but I'm really on board with this ride. I highly recommend it. And another great thing about this book is it doesn't have 2 a month come out, and I don't have to pick up 89 other Saga tie-ins. Just get this book, goddammit. Hey, Lindsay, give me an assist on this one. Speaking of Image, we have issue 33 of Glory, and this is the second to last issue. And I just want to put a shout out for Lindsay, my dear girlfriend. She loves the character of Henry so much, and as do I. Right here, this guy, that she made one. What do you think? Pretty cute, huh? He's got little...
He's a beanbag.
He's a beanbag guy. and he can make sandwiches, and he has, I don't know, it kind of looks like a heart on his chest in a weird way. Oh, you actually sent this to Ross Campbell on Tumblr, and he really loved it, and so did Joe Keating, actually. Very, very proud. I'm going to put a link at the bottom of Lindsay's Etsy page.
Yeah.
If you want to do a commission for her, her prices are very, very fair, and she does incredible work. She makes tiny little guys like this to gigantic guys. But that's up to you. And just check her work out. She's pretty impressive. Now, I'm going to put you right here. And, okay, this is the big war that we've been coming up to. This is issue 33 from Joe Keating and Ross Campbell. And, yeah, I don't know why, but I'm excited to see all these Rob Liefeld characters show up for the war as backup. What she thought was a war with her father's race turned out to be the war with this giant godlike creation called the Knights and something like that. They come and just bring destruction, rain down, and destroy. And, wow, look at that dude. He's huge. I mean, come on. Look how fucking big these guys are. Anyway, without giving away much, it's a huge, 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 giant, bloody, god-awful fight. And characters that I've grown to love in the last few issues get torn apart and mutilated, and it's just much like the issue of Saga, just like rips your heart out and rips your arm off. I don't want to give too much away, but I was really stunned because Riley makes a huge choice when Glory does what she has to destroy the Knight, but it turns her into a monster just as bad almost. I mean, she becomes this horrible thing. Sort of like when the Hulk becomes mindless. I don't ever know what that means. But she sort of becomes this mindless beast at her just peak power, which could bring just as much destruction to the world as this Knight thing she just killed. So it's up to Riley to stop her, and oh boy, man, this issue is a punch in the face if you've been reading this book. You should go back and buy all these issues. You should buy this one, 5 gram chips. This is beautiful work. Hellboy, fantastic. Maybe I should just hold off and review this whole thing at once, because we only get small snippets here and there of his journey through hell. This is issue 4, Mike Mignola, and I mean, it's Mike Mignola and Hellboy. It's beautiful. It's been a while since I've seen Mike Mignola Hellboy. Oh, wow, it's good. 5 ram chips. I think I might go back and review this whole storyline. Give it a nice good reread. Because each issue is very, very... I mean, not much happens in each issue, but you do feel like, he's building, it's going somewhere. Also, Adventure Time. This is the end of the robot virus thing. And who did this one? This is Ryan North and Shelley Paroline with Brandon Lamb. The Adventure Time comic is great. It's basically Adventure Time in comic book form. It's not some pissy, awful reproduction sellout, just to make a quick buck. I mean, it's wonderful. It fits in with the universe. And I really do like... there's so much fantasy stuff and magic that goes on. It's interesting to see, them to go basically into a tech kind of Tron type of story, along with Marceline, who's a vampire, and now she's jumping into computers and stuff like that. It's really neat. 4 ram chips, liked it a lot. And, whew, okay, almost done. Here is issues 19 and 20 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Kevin Eastman, Tom Waltz, and Ben Bates. And of course, this is the battle for Neutrino versus General Krang, where all our heroes, all our Ninja Turtle heroes, are stuck on this world fighting for the neutrino cause, of course, to get themselves back home too, but they have a common enemy, and they're not going to stand by and let Krang finish off this world where he's been pummeling, and this is the last-ditch effort. They all team up with the neutrinos and go into a huge battle to save the king and queen and the whole world, and it's pretty awesome. You definitely get the idea that, they've been building up to that, and, it's really interesting how, this series has been able to have a really grounded feel to it, and then we go off into this crazy storyline. This is wonderful. Ninja Turtles is just a great book. 5 RAM chips for both. And 5 RAM chips for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Secret History of the Foot Clan, which is actually one of the best story arcs I've been reading, actually, this year. This is by Manos Publishing, with help by Eric Berman, and I've never heard of Santaloco before this, but he's really good. The way his artwork is really beautiful, actually, and the way he goes back and forth from, like, let's see, Japan from I guess the Middle Ages to the present day with Ninja Turtles and mutants and running around, and then we go back to Japan again in the Middle Ages, and it all works and it all fits, and the story seems to be really coming together because this historian, Dr. Miller, has compiled the most comprehensive history of the Foot Clan, stuff that's even lost to the Foot Clan themselves. Meanwhile, we're getting the origin of Shredder and how he became this cartoon villain that we all know and love. And boy, it's really believable. And boy, it's very Kurosawa in some places. I can't believe I said Ninja Turtles and Kurosawa in the same fucking review, but that's what we're getting. Yeah, this is great. Even if you're not picking up the regular title, pick this one up. This is amazing work. I think one of these issues is going to be on my 10 best next year, because this has been so good. I can say that right now. Well, done. 5 RAM chips for that. That is exhausting. Hey, Lindsay, tomorrow's comic book day, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'll do reviews sooner than that. Anyway, push the button, Lindsay.